We are now 5 wide. Presented by Quick Trip's quality gasoline guarantee. It's just another way Quick Trip has you covered.
9 to noon is ready to go. We are 5 wide. Billy and Armin are in studio.
Let's rock.
Kuhn is going to be joining me at the Salvation Army Swing for the Kettle golf event. Good morning, boys. How we doing, everybody?
Morning, and he's going to be joining us coming up here in about 20 minutes on his way to Swing the Stick for bringing some cash to the Red Kennels.
Very good.
Let's try and get both you in the let's try and get Billy in the camera here. If
Nobody's got to sing.
No?
Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Brian knows what I look like.
Here, I'm going to keep toggling it like this.
Suave, sexy, all the above.
Suave?
Good
Just
looking.
suave, Butch. Just suave.
And this is actually by Tresemme, but I
What does Butch know?
See, that's got a new name, too.
So, a lot of questions. So here we go. Here we go.
I don't know what that's about.
There's a lot of questions that came up on the show today, and I'm going to let you guys answer them. You ready?
Let's bring it.
Is Joe Barry an idiot? I maintain he can't be an idiot. He's not an idiot. But something idiotic keeps happening with his defenses. I don't know what's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think the frustrating part of it for Joe Barry is yesterday I thought guys were in position. I thought there were multiple times guys were in position to make plays and were unable to get the most important play made. Get the guy down to the ground. Get Bijan Robinson onto the ground. And I think that was the agitating part for me watching yesterday was even after it seemed like they did adjust in subtle, right? I mean, they weren't necessarily crammed up on the line of scrimmage. You didn't see Bijan Robinson getting pressed by Devondre Campbell on the outside. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't want that.
Okay.
Bijan Robinson's running by him.
I know.
For 6 on that point. So I thought it was okay.
Okay. Armin, you don't think Joe Barry's an idiot?
Well,
right?
I don't know enough about defensive coordinating in the NFL to say he's an idiot or not. All I know is their results have been similar under Joe Barry. They struggle to stop the run. Now, I know that part of their scheme is to umbrella the defense, right, and not trying to give up big plays. So stopping the run. Funny thing is,
may be junk. His instincts may be
the results weren't
weak,
good enough on defense.
But he's not an idiot.
But this is going to be one of the better rushing teams in the NFL too this year.
Agreed.
So,
all right. Question 2: does Bakhtiari owe us anything? I said he does not owe us anything, and I'm okay with load managing him to 14 starts.
So I heard a little bit about this, and I'm glad you brought it up. I tend to agree with you that in the essence of a 17-game
lonely
season,
island, by the way.
But our hands are still in the fire there on Anders Carlson, and I was waiting for him to get a chance there on the first series. But to Butchie's point, and this is where I would have an issue as a staunch Dave defender for the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. If this is a personal agenda situation that we're making in the midst of the 2023 championship season.
Okay, that's a sub question. Do you believe he would do such a thing? I said I cannot believe that.
I don't know.
Butchie says Butchie, you said you could believe it.
I said I could believe it, and that, I mean, to me, my biggest complaint is I don't believe, and I do believe this, that the Packers and David Bakhtiari are not on the same page.
Okay.
And because we've already seen it.
Yes. And Butchie, I don't know that they've been on the same page for a while. Right?
That's what I mean. That's my concern.
It would tend to make me believe that they haven't been on the same page for a while. That being said, if it's just simply, and we've seen it, that there are certain days he's not going to be able to go, you know your body better than anybody else, man. So once he says, I can't go, I understand the team saying, sweet. Okay. All right, pivot. Let's go.
I look at Bakhtiari Armin as a leader, as an alpha, as a team guy. So I can't conceive of him pulling a watch me protest the league's turf rule stunt.
I want him to be that guy, but I think he's outspoken enough on this issue where he could stand on it.
Really?
And I had him on the watch list earlier this summer for things such as,
you don't want to get on that list.
You have a watch list?
Oh, yeah.
Burns was on it. He was on it. Burns is off. Bakhtiari was off.
Am I on it?
Maybe he's on. You haven't been on there yet recently. You might be back on there at some point.
You're usually on there right after February.
Is Josh on it ever?
Josh has been on it in the past. He might be on it.
Irremovable from said list.
I think it's more likely, Josh,
like
I'm on your watch list. You think that's possible?
You are my watch list, pal.
Josh said, Armin at Franklin at the Tacos and Tequila, I want to see you go nuts to Freak a League by P.D. Pablo. I sent him it's raining. Petey Pablo's in the background as I'm waiting in a line for a half hour.
I know.
But I'm going crazy, freak a leak, and you do nothing.
Okay.
No like, no retweet, no nothing.
I didn't want to be negative, okay, because you tried, but it looked sad. It looked sad. There was like no one having fun behind you. It was like,
we were
hey,
in
is there a
line
guy
to get
who's
in.
They were in line. It was
Right.
a bit fire festy. It was raining.
So is that what you want? You want
Yeah.
me to like and be like, wow, Armin,
Okay.
this
No,
looked
it's
great.
all right,
You had a
pal.
great time.
All right.
I hope you
Gas
had a
up
great
the
trip,
All right,
pal.
next question.
Yeah.
Were the Badgers in a dicey situation Saturday?
It was getting real
I
dicey.
love this question. by
It
the
was
way.
getting real dicey there for a second because outside of throwing the ball to the other team, Davis Brin had a fantastic day. Quarterback for Georgia Southern.
Correct.
I mean, he was Butchie on every throw that didn't go into a Wisconsin defender's hands.
They were
was
money
gorgeous.
throws times, yeah.
I mean, he was ripping that thing all up and down Barry Alvarez Field. So if Brin wouldn't have complied the entire day, yeah, it was going to get a little interesting.
I think it was dicey. Armin, was it dicey?
They were down 14-7
Yeah.
Correct.
in the
14-7
second
in
half.
the third.
Third.
That's a bye game. I know it's Georgia Southern. I know they've been good in the past. That's absolutely a
Hey,
dicey
but we got
situation.
our money's worth. Got our money's worth. When you give them $1 million, Butchie, you want them to
Get
let the
all
boy.
of it.
They want the boys to get a little sweat
Let-
going. They want like Fickle to say a couple of times, "Hey, man, we just had to respond." At
Yeah.
some point, that switch had to get flipped, and you spent enough money on a team that was going to flip that switch for your boys.
All
They,
right.
they,
That
they
works.
did get it done, but let me just put it in this perspective with Butch here too. A bye game in basketball. I'm a Marquette fan. I've been in enough situations where Marquette's had
Well, you can lose.
a close situation the second they've lost some of those games, or they come back and then they have a huge run and they win by 20. It's like, oh, they were never in danger. No. Do not tell me they were. It's easy to say now because they came back. Easy to say now because
Oh,
they
you
won
mean like
going away.
Lehigh last year when they had a lead at the Kohl Center? Were they in a hairy
And,
situation at
but
halftime?
the Lehigh, but you've been in those situations. Usually you win them, but I remember plenty of Marquette games, and sometimes they have lost games like that. So
Okay.
yeah, it
But
was
it is
dicey.
human nature as players to not be as focused for games like that.
Possibly,
Okay,
but they
next-
were.
Well, it
Yes,
is.
it was a
Oh,
dicey
totally.
situation.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Next one. Is Matt LaFleur ballsy enough? Question. I say no.
Butchie, what do you say?
I also say no. Is he a good coach? Yes. You don't have to
Yes,
be
he is a
ballsy
good
to be a good coach. But as far as ballsy enough, he's not Dan Campbell. He's not Brandon Staley.
Oh, Dan Campbell turned his card in yesterday, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I know you love
He's
him.
done it a
Billy.
few different times where he's waffled
A
and wavered
minute
on being
44 at the
aggressive.
50. 3 timeouts, plays for the
But-
tie.
But I
Mhm.
also don't think being ballsy is smart with this young team.
Well, how about this? 'Cause
Why? I thought we had a free roll year.
Yeah, but I also think you got to build some confidence with this team first. If you go ballsy and you start really doing like you throw that kicker out there who was wavering back and forth and he misses the long one in the first
It's
quarter.
the
there?
first quarter.
But
Come on now.
what happens to his confidence?
That's the whole reason he's on the team, though, is because
Well,
of the
I
big
don't
leg.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm
This
That's
is
where I agree.
this is putting the driver away to hit 3-wood because I'm having trouble. No,
He thought
keep
the
swinging.
I've seen you
51
do
to
that those days.
I think he thought at 51 to a 56, the chances reduce, and there's no sense in taking a risk this early. But it's
A risk.
right. I mean, you should go for points.
3
you flea
plays, they were
flickered.
right back at where the field position was.
I say let him boot it. That's why you have a big leg. Isn't
See,
that
but
the point?
Listening to him after the game, it almost sounded like when the kid talking to the kids and hey man, don't touch the grill. It's hot. Don't touch the grill. It's hot. Snap the freaking ball on time.
Yeah,
I think
nice.
that was it.
Get
When they
on
took
out,
the penalty,
snap
when
the
they
ball.
took,
He
I was
said,
gonna
"Get
say,
out of
yes.
here, you, and you. Go sit on the bench and think about what you
Billy,
just did."
correct. I think as soon as the penalty happened, his mindset was like, you know what?
He was,
Screw this.
I
Punt it.
think he was so frustrated and so
Pissed,
mad. He
yes.
said, "Punt.
It's a
Get
good
on out
point.
there and punt."
He just
I agree
he
with
just was so
All
mad
right.
at his kids. You're
All
right.
right, question. Are we going to go get Jonathan Taylor?
Better,
No.
Let's go get him.
No.
better. Thank you.
Let's
go get him.
Let's
Living
got
put
a
it-
two
let's
second
put it-
round pick.
let's
We're
put a
not getting him.
package together. It's the time is right now. 2 weeks he sat out. People are getting thirsty and very frothy about this. You know, Irsay will be ready to do something. Let's put a package together. Let's go get the kid.
Zabe, you're speaking my language. You got
Thank
two. You got 2 second-round picks. You got at least one of your running backs that would be an asset. Now, the one that you might have to trade would be the one that money-wise you're going to end up probably escorting out at the end of next year. You'd like to put the other one there, but he's already settled down roots, so maybe you can't do that. I think right now your team is at a spot where you can make the decision that you take a gap year. A little something like the Milwaukee Brewers, I think we're making. You take a gap year. Or you look at this division and you say, hey, man, I mean, we had one more playmaker here who kind of fits into the mold. We had a William Contreras to this club who we can have for a couple of years.
Mark Kenna.
Might as well go get him. No. This is you're taking one of your young assets like a Stewie Ruiz,
Sure.
who you just said we're building for the future for. We're going to accelerate that just a little bit with one who's ready to
Armin,
run.
we going to get JT or no?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
He
I'd
needs
like.
running
you want
backs,
to?
though.
I'd much rather see Patrick Taylor get some more
Why?
rushes. I think he can be good if he gives an opportunity.
All right. Most important exit question was the Super Dodger dog, Josh, all it was cracked up to be.
Yeah, it was like a regular Dodger dog, but a little bit bigger. So
A little bit more dodgery.
And
That's
How
it.
on a scale of 1 to dog perfection?
well, I had one bite, and then Jordy devoured the rest.
Really?
So I
Oh,
guess
That's
good.
a chip off the
but,
old block.
You know,
He's learning from his old man.
kid likes hot dogs. What can I say?
Hey, was it better than a Costco dog? That's what I got to know.
Chavez
It
Ravine.
was definitely no laser dog that they got over there at Kettle Moraine. That thing is serious.
Chavez Ravine ranking 1 to 10.
What?
The
1 to 10.
stadium. The
Chavez
stadium.
Ravine. Yeah,
The
it's Dodger
stadium.
Stadium.
Dodger
It's-
Stadium
it's
is
AKA
Chavez Ravine.
It
Chavez
was
Ravine.
gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Describe it how
and it
the
was so
San
you're sitting
Gabriel
there, and I'm
Mountains.
like, man, this thing's huge. Like it's so big, and it was beautiful. I mean, the weather's always great, and you got the mountains in the
And
background.
it's very old school because they don't have a lot of the modern suites and all this other stuff. It's an
Cor-
old stadium.
correct.
But nicely maintained.
Yeah.
But they got great speakers.
Could you hear
They
Vince
do.
Scully in your
Dude,
head?
they
Just
have
the
a
memory of him.
great sound system.
Could I
That
hear
place
him in
is
my head?
bumping all
No.
game long.
No.
And we
But it
head
was
to the
great.
bottom of the fifth. The
Way
Dodgers
better,
take
way
a
better
1-0
than the
lead.
Angel Stadium, in my opinion.
We'll be back as the sun is setting on the San Gabriel Mountains and left. And
Will we
it's
be back?
1-0. What's that?
We're not coming back with Vin Scully.
Well, no, Vince. I mean,
He's not
He's
coming
trying to do
back from the
Vince
break.
Scully impersonation. We're coming back right
You're
after
killing
this.
it. You're nailing it.
I'm not nailing it clearly. I failed in that. Okay.
No,
Yes.
it was good, man.
Last exit question. Will the
How was
Patriots
Twista?
will the Patriots trick play last night be banned?
It better not be.
It's a great play.
Will it work consistently with other teams?
I mean, if you have Matt Orzik snapping, you don't know exactly when he's going to snap it there. So, I mean, the hesitation that the Packers were doing was just trying to combat that safety Patriot block, right? Just take as long as you need, like Grayson Allen, to take that last shot of the season.
Okay.
Take your time, bub. Good, get the right look.
And blocking a field
He's
goal.
still waiting, by the way.
Blocking a field goal is 1 in 1,000 anyway, so anything will be good. Any chance, any try, any attempt, anything creative will be better than nothing. So they're
All
going
right.
to try it.
Hey, nice,
All right,
nice
boys.
week in Guillotine League, by the way.
Yeah.
You were running that thing.
I'm
Goodness
out.
gracious.
I'm out in the other league. So what do I know? I know nothing and I know everything all at once. And I went 3-9-1 picking games against the spread. Couldn't pick my navel. Butchie's the king here. Butchie, 2 straight winning weeks. His locks are 2-0. Call his 900 number. If his pick doesn't hit, your WNBA picks are absolutely free the rest of the
Free
playoffs.
for the rest of the year.
His lock for tonight for New Orleans,
New
and
Orleans.
Carolina.
On a toll-free collected message.
Toll free.
You
Toll
call
free.
those? You call those services? I'm curious about. Okay, hang on. Never mind. Well, I'll ask on a break.
All right, we got to go. All right, very good. Boys Tag, you're at 9 to noon is next. Josh, great job as always. Butchie, love you even when you're wrong about things like you were about Bakhtiari. We'll re-engage
can't.
tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Save it to your love, share. Mama's